Thank you for turning to page 121. Well, today I was set aside a little bit of reading time. I've been enjoying the Great Rift. I'm having a little bit of a problem breathing today. We got a lot of Canadian smoke in the air. So on days like this, I call them low activity days. They're days I have to limit how much I move about because I have a problem breathing. But I was enjoying myself reading the Great Rift in the box set, and I'm in book one, and I wanted to show you a feature out of it that I absolutely love. There's the wonderful book one cover, and going inside, we start on page 17, and we are looking at features of the Great Rift. And there's some pretty interesting man-made type things and a couple of others, but the ones I want to talk about are the jump space phenomena. I love jump space phenomena. None of this, I've read some of this stuff before in other sources, whether it was a fanzine or I've seen some of this stuff in other places over the years, but I've been reading this stuff for 40 years. Honestly, I don't remember where, and I don't remember all of these, and I don't remember them all compiled together. I got really excited as I was just reading these little referee blurbs here. So we have jump space shoals. A shoal is a region where jump drives do not function at their full capacity. Shoals are designated by the minimum jump number required to enter jump space within the shoal. Thus, a jump to shoal requires a jump to or better drive to enter and requires sufficient fuel for a normal 2 parsec jump to cross a single parsec. A jump 3 shoal requires a jump 3 drive and enough fuel for a normal 3 parsec jump per parsec traveled. Jumping over a shoal is not possible unless the vessel possesses sufficient range to completely clear the shoal in a single jump, expending fuel at the increased rate. So that's just phenomenal. I just got really excited when I read that. And I thought, oh yeah, I did read a little bit of this. So I wanted to go ahead and I thought I'd just make a quick video about a few of these things. So now we have jump space reefs. A ship attempting to jump into, out of, or across a reef hex is subject to a negative die modifier in its engineering jump drive check. For a minor reef, such as the Borderland Reef, it's only a die modifier of -1. And that's only on an intermittent basis. A major reef imposes a die modifier of -D3 as it fluctuates over time. So you can actually have a problem just getting into jump. One quick thing here on jump space shoals, you have to have that minimum jump. So if it's a jump 2 shoal, you have to have a minimum 2 ship even to enter jump space. A jump 1 ship will not enter jump space at the jump space shoal. So now we have deeps. A ship transiting to, out of, or across a deep hex will spend additional time in jump space while traveling in normal jump distance. Normally, the additional duration is +1 die -1 days, but if the dice result is a 6, it's rolled again and the result's added. So you could have a 6 and a 6. You could be in jump for an extra 12 days. Multiple 6s can result in the ship remaining in jump space for a very long time. Fuel is consumed at a rate of 10% per extra day. So a 100-ton ship making a 2 parsec jump would use 22 tons of fuel for the jump plus 10% per extra day. If the fuel runs out, the jump field collapses and the ship is destroyed. I would use this more as a story thing than something maybe necessarily expose my players to, simply because the chance of dying seems to be really good. I also, if I did have them in a deep and burning up a bunch of fuel, I would go ahead and fudge the die roll if I had to get them out, if I wanted them out alive. If it's part of my story arc that I have to kill them, I can't imagine when it would be, then I would go ahead and let the deep take its course. I'm sorry, I geek out about this kind of stuff for Traveler. Now we have a jump space trench. Jump space trenches. The science of jump space physics is in its infancy amongst humans, despite centuries of using jump drive to travel between the stars. Most jump space laws are actually observations that allow jump travel to be carried out without any true understanding of how it works. It is conjectured that the jump 6 barrier, the apparent limit of jump travel, is an artifact of this lack of understanding, and once scientists properly comprehend jump space, greater ranges or shorter jump rate durations will become the norm. In the meantime, reports of strange jump space phenomena may well be put down to badly calibrated drives or lack of understanding of the underlying principles. There are, however, tales of places where the jump drive does not function as normal, of ships pulled down and a feeling of being deeper in jump space than a vessel would normally go. Some scientists dismiss these travelers' tales, but others wonder if there might be a key to the higher jump capacities. There are still more, on the other hand, who think this jump space trenches are the best avoided in case there is something down there which humanity is simply not ready to meet. I like the idea of going deeper into jump space. What's there? Are there creatures outside on the hull of your ship at the whole time? You know, like the gremlin in the Twilight Zone episode. You know, are they out there the whole time? I've told this tale before, but I'll say it again. I did a game years and years ago where the players entered jump normally, and after the first day, they heard scratching at one of the hatches. They investigated everything, couldn't find anything going on. Then there was scratching at any window, portal, anything. The windows, of course, are blanked, so you're not looking at jump space and going crazy. There were no external cameras that were operative that were catching anything. So it was a real conundrum. So the players spent the entire time in jump space preparing the ship for entry by this hostile creature that was clawing its way through. And the whole time they were in jump space, they heard scratching and clawing and day and night, and it didn't really stop. When they exited jump space, after nothing had happened other than the scratching and the clawing, they exited jump space, got to their downport, they examined the ship, and they only found one scratch on one hatch they couldn't account for, which left them scratching their heads. Was that really something out there or something else? So there you go. There's some jump space anomalies for you. Some features of the Great Rift. You can plop these pretty much wherever you want, and there are references in here that there are other places that have these anomalies. I love this kind of stuff in Traveler. I really do. It's what keeps me coming back to Traveler. I love jump space. I love hyperspace. Don't get me wrong, I love warp space too. But I think hyperspace and jump space really lend themselves more to stories. The idea of having your players outside the known universe incommunicado for at least 7 days, that is a lot of game you can do in those 7 days, and I've done it many times. But that's all I want to take a look at, was just some features of the Great Rift and some jump space anomalies. If you have any ideas or anything you've done in your game, please comment below. I'd be interested in hearing about them. And that's all I've got today for page 121. I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.